Yes, imagine you wake up, you get ready to go to work the way that you usually do, a work that you study for, the work that you dedicated all the years of your life to, right? And when you get there, you find that your manager is literally sitting there, I'll be there, HR, because they want to have a conversation with you because they are letting you go. And when you ask why, is it a performance issue? Is it because of Trump's economy? Like, why are they letting you go, And then you find that, but see, listen, we found a very efficient way to do your job and it actually does not involve you, right? Then you're like, what do you mean? You try and find out why and they just let you know, go to listen. This thing never sleeps. This thing doesn't go on a break, doesn't go for lunch, doesn't ask for a raise, and this thing is actually called artificial intelligence. Listen, guys, AI is a thing. It's here, this literally sounds like an episode of Black Mirror, but listen, it's here. It's not fiction. It's happening. And you know what? I know, Guti, most people are actually wondering, Guti, what's going to happen to my role? What's going to happen to me? There's a lot of things that AI is efficient in and a lot of roles that will be impacted by AI. And the question that we're answering today is, will AI really take our jobs? Let's have a conversation about it. Welcome to Career Therapy. Hello everyone, my name is Noetum Juli and welcome to Career Therapy. So today we're tackling the question that is literally everywhere. It's being spoken about in boardrooms, it's being spoken about in our corridor talks in our houses. The question of, will AI take our jobs? And listen, AI isn't far off, it's already here. We're already seeing a lot of it in the industries that we deal with every day. Hospitals are using it to diagnose illnesses, there are chatbots in websites that we're dealing with every day. We are seeing literally these things, self-checkout machines, go McDonald's, someone KFC in South Africa, and it's literally powerful, it's efficient, it's changing things and it's doing it fast, So naturally the question starts creeping in, Google, to you, where does that leave us as humans? Are we still needed? What's going to happen to our jobs? So here's a stat for you guys. According to Statista, 46% of office and administrative tasks are vulnerable to automation. That is nearly half. But listen, before you panic, you need to understand that AI's impact is not across all jobs. Some are more susceptible to automation and some remain resilient. So which jobs are those that we're talking about? Let's just get straight into it. I will first speak about the jobs that are at risk of being replaced by AI. And these jobs are literally the roles that typically involve repetitive tasks, data processing, as well as routine decision making. These are the areas where artificial intelligence excels, right? So I know that we in Africa, Eswatini to be exact, and I know things might be a bit slow in our side of the world, but listen, it's coming, just like COVID. So it's definitely coming, and here are the roles that are slowly going to start being affected by AI. And I think that the smart thing to do is for you to make sure you are ready by the time this change happens. Okay, so let us get straight into the first role. So the first role that will be impacted by AI is customer service representatives. So customer service representatives are usually the people that are going to help customers, with their questions, whether it's tracking an order, fixing an issue, or literally resolving a complaint. So those people are the ones that are in the front line of customer complaints, basically. But now we all know AI chatbots, that are really in the front line. They're always there, literally, even at 12 o'clock when you have an issue. You can literally get on that website and you're going to be responded to. And it usually uses my frequently asked questions to kind of respond to your issue and assist you to troubleshoot what the issue is. So, you find that if your role is a customer service representative, you need to kind of look into what you can do to try and survive this. You can literally shift into a role that needs a personal touch, like customer experience management, as well as helping companies improve their chatbot systems themselves. Because when you already have experience capital for the role, so you've already had a lot of experience with these customers and these complaints. You can literally be assisting the business when they're kind of running with this chatbot system, because you already have been there for a long time. So look into pivoting into that role, right? The second role is cashiers. So we all know what cashiers do. They're responsible for payment of your items as store when you've bought them. And I've already mentioned the fact that we've already seen a lot of self-checkout machines that are popping up, especially in South Africa. You've probably seen it around McDonald's. You've probably seen it in the KFC, and suddenly there are literally less cashiers, and it's quick, it's swift, it's user-friendly, so all these systems are already here. So what can you do if you're a cashier? What you can do is consider roles in inventory, in merchandising, in customer care. But whatever you do, make sure it's a role where human interaction is key, right? And then the other role that is quite vulnerable to AI is data entry clerks. So I know whatever data entry clerks are vast, like you could be entering data for anything, but basically their basic job is to literally type and organize data into systems. So you're taking data from here to here, and it's very repetitive and detail oriented. And we all know AI is quite quick with that. It doesn't get tired. It doesn't make typos. It literally can even do it 10 times faster than any human, right? So what can you do if you're a data entry clerk? What you can do is start learning basic data analysis tools, right? Take a data analysis course. I know that there's one in UCT that literally runs for like 6 months or something like that, or less even. So take a data analysis course. Don't just input the data, but know how to understand the data and know how to make informed decisions from that data. So use tools like your Power BI, like your Excel, and make sure you are good with those, because then you can do something else other than just entering the data, right? And then the fourth role that is vulnerable to AI is entry-level financial analysts. So these people are the people that look at numbers, make trends and reports, and help business make financial decisions. But now we all know, if you just put that thing in a software or put that thing in AI, it can literally scan through massive data and give a report literally in seconds, right? So what you can do as a financial analyst, an entry-level one that is, make sure you focus on being strategic with that information. Like when someone asks you about these numbers, you need to know how to explain them and advise the management and make sure they make informed financial decisions. So it's literally leveling up from the level that you're in. Make sure you do a bit more and you speak to the numbers, and you can make sure you can also interpret them and assist the business to sort out real problems that they're facing with those numbers, right? And then another role that is quite vulnerable to AI is legal assistants, right? My legal assistants are basically the people that assist lawyers with their research, they review the documents, or organize case files. And we all know AI can search legal databases, check contracts, and highlight risks faster. As a legal assistant, what can you do? Make sure you lean into roles that require human judgment and client support and negotiation prep, and make sure you focus on more complex legal areas, right? And then this one's quite interesting as well. It's manufacturing and assembly line workers. So these are the roles where you find that you just build and assemble and package products. It's usually in big industries like automotive, so the factories that make cars or electronic appliances, where it's repetitive and literally we all know you take this part, you put it here, you take this, you put it here, and you create 10 of those items. And with those roles, literally that's the robots or AI's sweet spot. When it's repetitive and you tell it to do one thing 10 times, it will literally do it 100 times, right? So those roles are definitely at risk. And what can you do to as a person who works in this industry? So what you can do is focus on learning how to maintain, like maintenance of those things or operating those machines, and move into quality control as well. That can help where the human eye is still important, right? And then another role that is quite susceptible to being taken over by AI is proofreaders. I don't know if we have these roles like Angwane, but proofreaders are basically the people that check for grammar, spelling, clarity, and all these, we all know ChatGPT literally and go Grammarly that can literally scan through a document but fill in my error quickly. And so these people are definitely at risk. So what you can do if you're in this role is make sure to focus on editing, content creation, and brand storytelling. So look at the things that need the human voice and culture within it, right? And then the last one that I'll talk to today is that it's quite interesting actually, but in some industries, receptionists. It's weird, right? Receptionists. But yeah, in some industries, receptionists, because we all know some receptionists are the people that greet visitors, answer phones, and manage appointments. And we all know automated phone systems and virtual booking tools that can be used. And I've actually experienced this before. My partner was quite sick and we had to book an appointment, but it was in South Africa. We had to book an appointment and literally we did everything online. And when we got there was no queue, there was nothing. Literally, we just went to the doctor and walked in and there was no receptionist, So that's what I mean when I say, I think we also have experienced Emma virtual booking tools through our service industry. I know that some nail ladies as well still use Emma virtual booking tools. So it's guys, it's literally here. So what can you do about this? You can shift into admin coordination, office management, as well as event planning, where the human communication or the human aspect is quite key, right? And then the last one that I'll mention, in which I know that I had said the last one in the previous point, but I don't know if it's here yet. It's transport and delivery drivers. So we all know what's a tests right now of self-driving cars and delivery drones and all those things. And I know what is being tested globally, but it's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. So maybe people that are in the transport industry can look into joining logistics, dispatching, or learn how to operate and repair the tech behind those systems, right? So, what is the key takeaway in this conversation? The key takeaway is the fact that AI is great at tasks, right? But not so great at humans. Yabon. So, we bring the heart, we bring judgment, we bring culture into the stuff that we do. So if you're in one of these roles or any other roles that could be impacted by AI, you need to add the human value. You need to bring in the empathy, the ethics. You need to bring in creativity, strategy, and tech savviness, right? And those things are the things that AI still cannot touch and the things that cannot be coded easily, right? Oh, by the way, guys, literally, I have at work, I have Indian colleagues these days. Shout out to Kranti, and she's the one who literally did this this arts Mendi art thing on my hand. So that's why my hands look like this. Like, don't ninga mangali, because wow, I'm just amazed what's happening with your hand. So. Yeah. So let us speak to jobs that will not be easily replaced by AI yet. And it's important that we emphasize the yet, right? So these careers rely heavily on human judgment, on emotional intelligence, creativity, or literally physical presence in different places, right? So here are 7 roles. I'll speak to 7 roles in here that will not really, that are resilient, that are resilient and are not really, will not be impacted by AI anytime soon, right? So the first role is lawyers. Right, lawyers, because they deal with complex legal interpretations and courtroom arguments and client relationships that require a human nuance. I don't have to literally explain that. I think it's clear. The law is quite vast and there are different and complex issues that people come in with every day. So it makes sense why it definitely needs the human, right? And then this is my favorite, artisans, guys. Artisans are not at risk of AI anytime soon. This is our electricians, our plumbers, our carpenters. Listen, because their roles literally require hands-on problem solving in different physical environments. Literally, an electrician can be here 1 minute, the next day, and it requires consistent troubleshooting, as and when so it's not really a repetitive process, that comes out with the same solution every time. So AI is not gonna be able to handle that anytime soon, not reliably, rather. Anyway, and then the third one is creative professionals. And we all know this, the writers, the artists, the designers, filmmakers, and we all know what the AI can assist. AI is definitely assisting in that front, but the originality and the emotional resonance that comes with this human creativity is still very much necessary and hard to replicate, right? And then the next one as well is quite resilient to AI, is mental health professionals. So our therapists, our psychologists, and our counselors, literally, AI can actually simulate a conversation, and I've been seeing this a lot on TikTok. I'll try and link a video that shows these people that are literally, when you send them a message, are literally taking that message, putting it in AI, and then generating a response and giving you that response. Guys, Anyway, so AI can simulate a conversation because obviously it takes from different data sources, but empathy, human connection, ethical care, is definitely non-existent in that front. So we definitely need our therapists, our psychologists, and our counselors. We are definitely difficult to decode as human beings, right? So we need them. And then healthcare practitioners, this is also quite straightforward. Why AI does help with MR diagnosis, but it does not really, we still need the human to kind of do that health procedure, right? You still need that surgeon, right, to operate on you, and patient care sometimes really does need, now I think it's nuanced, probably needs the person, that needs that person, people can trust other people, you have a health scare and an AI machine has to kind of operate on you. I don't know if you'd be happy about that, but yeah. We still need our healthcare practitioners. And this one is actually quite interesting, guys. I really, really, really find this one very interesting. Teachers. The 6th position that is really resilient to AI is teachers and educators. As much as information is literally everywhere right now, you can literally Google anything, you can chat GPT anything and you will find it. But our teachers are still very important because learning isn't just about the content, it's also about the connection and inspiration and the real-time adjustment to each student's needs, right? So I think it makes sense, and I'm really, really happy about this one. I don't foresee a generation where we are being taught by robots, guys. That would be crazy. Anyway, and the last one that I talked to, I find this one very interesting as well, is the fact that the other role that is quite resilient to AI is computer and information research scientists. So these are the people who actually build and improve the AI systems, And it's so funny for me because I think for me, I envisioned the fact that AI probably one day will be smarter than us and literally like do the most to us. But apparently the people that have create AI are not going to be easily replaced. I don't know, like the maths is not mathsing for me, but if they say so, what can we do, But yeah, apparently the people that develop these systems and the research scientists around this are not going to be easily replaceable. And other roles, there are definitely other roles, guys. There's literally social workers, operation research analysts, natural science managers, biochemists, physicists, and all these roles, right? So here are some strategies that are going to help you future-proof your career if your role was one of the roles that I mentioned, or even if it's not here, but you're worried about AI, right? First of all, you need to embrace lifelong learning, guys. Listen, continuously updating your skills, make sure that you remain valuable and focus on the areas that require human intuition and creativity, All these things are very important because AI cannot touch human intuition, and creativity as well. The second one is make sure that you practice your emotional intelligence and develop that skill. I will be speaking to skills in the next episode. Please make sure that you watch out for that one. AI may process data, but understanding and managing human emotions is a uniquely human thing to do, So make sure that you build on that skill. You make sure that you have strong interpersonal skills, and that is what will set you apart. And then the last one is leverage AI as a tool. So listen, instead of viewing AI as an enemy or AI as something that's here to take your job or anything, literally see it as an ally. Yeah, but leverage, see what you can do to work alongside AI. Make sure that the AI helps you to become productive and helps you in your decision making. Make sure that you augment. Literally, it should take away all these roles, all these tasks that are literally making your life a living hell. We all know those administrative tasks that make your life literally like hell, that make you transactional. Yeah, but Tata, all those roles, give them to AI. Why you then do all the things that require you to think critically, to make sure that you are showing up strategically and in all other ways. So yeah. Otherwise, guys, the key takeaway from this episode should literally be adaptability and augmentation. The job market is evolving, so you need to adapt and augment. Those skills for you are very paramount. And remember, we will see also the future isn't just something that happens to you, you create it. So you need to make sure you use AI to your advantage, and literally let's use this technology to amplify our humanity rather than diminish it, right? So will AI take your job? I will leave a quiz on the comment on the description box. Make sure also you take it, you take it to check out where your actual role is. Yeah, I've done it before. So it literally then shows you the risk scale. To where are you in the risk scale? And maybe you can just then let me know in the comment section what your response is and what you're going to do about it. Because there's definitely something that you're supposed to be doing about it. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. And if you found this conversation insightful, please let me know. Subscribe to this channel and let us have more growth conversation in the corporate world. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.